The solid black sow here on screen right now is 203-8. She's a next intention daughter. Dirty Secret Annie up on the bottom side, bred to move the needle, due June 13th. I can't tell you, Boots, what the next intention sows look like across the country. I know they're abundant. I know there's lots of them out there. But I can tell you what this one does look like, and that's the sow family behind her. This one is a maternal sib to those 244s, those provoke sows. And I think that, if we ran all four of them out there on the grass at one time together, they'd all look like litter mates. And I think regardless of sire here, that sow family and the genetics behind them, that rear leg, that hip, that length of hip, that rear leg assembly, it matches from sow to sow and from litter to litter. So she's a maternal sib to those 244s. She's actually a litter mate to the boar that Moyer would have bought in a previous build at the brand sale they called Next Move. And he stood there at Genetic Edge. This one, I think she's heavier duty in some ways than those provokes. And when we bred her to crickets the very first time, that was a very good litter of pigs, and there's one of those in the sale. 215-13 is her daughter, and she sells this 223 in the open gilt thing. And I'm only bringing that up because I promise you, and if you read the catalog, I talk about this a lot, the set of young blue crickets daughters on this farm have me as excited as I've been in a long time about a sire group. And they're farrowing their second litter right now. And this open gilt, if you just take time and hear me out on this, study that open gilt, and just know that these crickets blue ones they've just got a little extra punch. And the mere fact that one has this sow behind her only adds to the intrigue. And we've got her bred to move the needle. We talk a lot about making sellable pigs, and I know that I frame a lot of these up from a foundation standpoint of keeping gilt and doing some of those things. But I know folks are looking for ROI, and I know a lot of folks, they still want to raise a boar. And if there was a sow capable of making a boar bred the way that she's bred, this one bred to move the needle, and the punch that can come with that, I think is pretty exciting. So this is 203-8, an next intention daughter.
Yeah, a very impressive sow. Like you said, I mean, she has got the identical same rear leg design as what those 244s do, but she is just a nickel shorter. She's got more just rib and just chunk today. Man, she's got a big spread up high, but yet she's still proportioned so good. And when I was reading through all these when we were videoing the grass and saw that she was bred to move the needle, I wasn't surprised, but I was very excited, because I think that mating is as complimentary as it gets. I think she's got the perfect rear leg for that boar. She's got the right kind of proportionality. I think his skull matches up incredibly well here. And if those two mesh and mingle the way I think they will, in the way it should, like you said, I mean, this litter that she's carrying seems to be very, very high dollar to me. Regardless of sow color here, I think this is an absolute home run kind of a mating here.
And I can tell you part of the reason the decision was to breed her to move the needle. Move the Needle's mother, 13-3, the sow that we just sold in the exchange for $70,000 to Ottenwalters, that sow never had a black pig. There were no black pigs in Move the Needle's litter. The litters prior to that, there were no black pigs. Bred of Misconception, there were no black pigs. I'm not sure that he's a for sure thing. But I do think there's a chance he'll negate that, and that's one of the reasons we used him here. So again, this is 203-8, lot 33. She's a next intention, Dirty Secret, bred to move the needle, and due June 13th.